Welcome to the Bonsai Movie Crew, and so now you can see us. I'm Karen. Hello, and everybody else want to introduce themselves?
I'm Eric. That's Joseph.
Hey,
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm Joseph.
I'm Eric.
And so welcome to this week's Bonsai Movie Crew, and I guess we're gonna jump into news. So that's you, Joseph.
Oh yeah, I don't have a lot of news.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of trailers. A lot of
He
fucking
doesn't
trailers
do
this
this
week.
every week.
Oh, news is me. Oh,
Oh, shit, I forgot.
I
I forgot my own job. Let's see here. I don't have any news really, because fuck news. But I have a
It's
lot.
his
There's
job.
a lot of trailers out.
One
this week.
job.
You've got one job.
One
man.
job, man, and you can't even do it. All right, so what did we talk about the You People trailer last week? We didn't talk about that.
No,
did we?
no, we didn't
You
talk
People.
about
It's
it.
got Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, some other fucking people. Essentially, it's that whole. I think we didn't we?
No, we
Oh,
talked.
no,
We
no, no.
talked about it in our.
Well, it's
our-
the same kind of movie as the one with Ashton Kutcher and
Yeah.
and what's her face?
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Like I've seen this before when we were
That's
talking about
Pretty
it.
much what this is.
Yeah.
A white dude marrying into a black family.
Yeah,
And Jonah Hill's the white dude,
yeah,
and but it's also got David Duchovny in it and Julia. Oh yeah, because I sent it to you.
yeah.
guys.
Julia Louis.
Julia-
Yeah, that's what I'm
Julia
saying. We
Louis
talked
Dreyfus,
about it
yeah.
on our
because
our
you said
chat.
Julia Louis Dreyfus ain't looking so hot. I was like, I think she looks fine.
Yeah,
She's
but that's why
getting
you need
old.
to get your eyes checked, like Eric said.
Just tweak.
Maybe.
Just
I don't know.
a
Maybe
little
I'm just.
bit.
I've seen so much of her though, because I watch a lot of Seinfeld.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful woman. She'll still be a beautiful woman. She just looks like she's had work done. Is all.
Maybe. Who hasn't in Hollywood anymore? And
A few.
and
few of
she'll
them.
always be cemented as badass in my opinion because
I'm not disagreeing.
because she's in
great.
Seinfeld. I love her in Seinfeld. Her and Kramer are my two favorite.
Christmas Vacation.
Is she in Christmas Vacation?
Yeah. She was one of the yuppie people that
Was
lived
she?
next door. Yeah, she was the
Oh, that's right. She
Yeah.
was.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Remember he's like, you
Yeah.
know, bend over and I'll show you.
Yeah.
He's like, you got a lot of nerve talking to me like
Well, that's
that.
because
I
she-
wasn't talking to
She's
you.
also she came off of SNL also, same as Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, check that one out. It's gonna be on Netflix whenever. Whatever. So this should make all you Nick Cage people out there happy. There's a movie coming out called Renfield. Renfield.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer. For that.
I cannot
Looks
wait for
amazing.
that.
Got
That I
Nicholas
cannot
Hoult in it
wait.
as this like as Renfield, and he's essentially he is Dracula's
Bitch.
bitch. Like his
He's
Well,
ghoul.
I mean-
he's
his
more of his
henchman.
ghoul.
Well, have you know the story of Renfield, right? Like the real like the story.
No.
That's essentially what Renfield
Yeah.
is. Like if you read Dracula, right? Dracula needs somebody that can go out in the daylight.
Right.
And so Renfield, I think he was like his accountant or something at one point. And so he like chooses Renfield, and it eventually like makes Renfield insane, and he gets put like an asylum and stuff, and he
Oh,
eats
yeah.
bugs and stuff, and like he's just crazy. But yeah, Renfield is a real character from the book.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a real character from the book. He was actually, you know, Dracula's slave, his daytime slave. So yeah, that's where it comes from.
Makes sense. It stars Nicholas Hoult, and obviously Dracula is being played by Nicolas Cage. For any of you, what's the name of the Kiss of the Vampire? Or Vampire's
Yeah,
Kiss?
Kiss of the
Yeah.
Vampire.
So yeah, so for anybody who likes that old school Nick Cage, there you go. Back in his Raising Arizona days.
Look, Nicolas Cage can do no wrong. I mean, he's done a few bad movies, but he can do no
Yeah,
wrong.
you got that fucking right. Next up, there's a movie coming out called The Consultant. It's got Christoph Waltz in it. I really don't know much about this movie.
I haven't even heard of it.
All I know is it's got Christoph Waltz in it, and he's awesome. So check it out. Let's see her. There's a movie coming out called Sick. I honestly don't remember. It's a horror movie. I know that. Trying to remember what it's about. I can't tell you. Just look it up. How about that? I can't fucking remember. Well, there was so many trailers this week that I can't remember them all. There is another trailer coming out called Blaze. It actually looks really good. It looks like it's going to be like visually stunning because it's got a lot of stuff in it. It's about a little girl.
I saw that trailer, but I didn't get to.
It's
I
about
didn't
a
watch
little girl
it.
who she's traumatized, some sort of trauma. I can't remember what the trauma was, but she uses her imagination kind of goes wild and things happen and it's very visually stunning, as people would say. So check that one out. I don't want to give too much away because I'm just telling you that the trailers are out. You go watch the trailer. I'm not gonna give you a play-by-play on the trailer. Oh, I do have a little bit of news. I always forget about my news.
There it is.
There it is.
So anybody who's a Stranger Things fan here, I am. I think we all are for the most part. Eric,
I haven't watched it yet.
You haven't watched any of it?
I haven't watched any of it yet.
You haven't even watched season 1?
No. My boys have, and I just haven't gotten the chance to actually sit down and get to
What
get to
the
watch
hell
it.
is...
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
One of the biggest shows on the planet, and he hasn't watched it yet.
It's made it to season 4, dude. We're 4 years in.
More than 4 years, technically, because they had to go. They were on break.
Yeah,
and we're getting up to season 5, which is going to be the final season.
I usually binge seasons and shows.
You've got 4 seasons you can binge.
A lot to binge, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that's happened. You're about to watch these kids age 5 years before your eyes.
I binge watched Vikings.
And they age a lot.
They do. They age a lot.
I binge watched Vikings, and I had it done within a month and a half.
I couldn't get all the way through it, man. After
like
they killed off Ragnar, I was done.
Well, I mean, it gets good. I mean, it does.
I know it stays really good, but so anyway, so Noah Schnapp apparently is gay. Who didn't call that?
Who?
Noah Schnapp. He plays Will on Stranger Things.
Okay. Who's also gay. Will.
Well,
in the show.
He's presumed to be gay in the show later on in the season.
I mean,
whatever. I mean, okay, that's cool, but who didn't already know he was gay? Have you ever seen? And he's best friends with Millie Bobby Brown, dude. Like, you're telling me he's just best friends with her? Like, he's gay. He's gay. Only gay dudes have females for best friends.
You saying like guys and girls can't be friends?
I mean, they can be friends, but not best friends and hang out all the time. You know that they're trading like nail ideas and
nail.
I don't know, they're getting pedicures together and shit. You know. So yeah, I called it a long time ago. I thought he was. I
guess I can see your point. Like at that age, sure.
Right.
I can see your point.
Like I thought he had already come out as gay, but so this was news to me. I was like, oh, I thought he was gay. Like just...
Oh, then we didn't already know this.
Yeah. So, I guess in a video he posted to TikTok, to his TikTok account on Thursday, the 18-year-old actor wrote that when I finally told my friends and family I was gay after being scared in the closet for 18 years, and all they said was, we know. That's what I said. I'm not even related to you.
Honestly, that's usually how it always goes.
Yeah.
That's how it happened with my sister, dude. She came out and everybody's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
She tried to tell me she was bi, and I was like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. You're gay. All right, so a new Ari Aster movie coming out called Beau is Afraid. It's got what is his name? He's Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is in it. It's about him being afraid of going outside or something. And then he finally does go outside and he gets hit by a car, but the people who hit him with their car kidnap him because they don't want to get in trouble for hitting him or something like that, and they hold him hostage.
Well, no wonder he doesn't want to go outside. I mean, one hell of a day already.
It looks like it's Ari Aster. So he did like Midsummer and Hereditary and things like that. So he's very...
You already know you're in for a wild ride.
Yeah, you already know you're in for it because he's a fucking visceral director, man. Like, his shit is insane.
The
one movie of his I haven't seen that I need to watch, but I haven't, but it's on our list, is Hereditary. I haven't seen it yet. So.
I've seen it. I
heard it's fucked up. I have seen Midsummer, though.
And I liked Hereditary better, I'll be honest.
You?
Yeah, I mean, Midsummer was fine.
Oh man.
But the problem I have with Midsummer is that like
so Midsummer, whenever I watched it, it was very I hated it at first, but I walked away from the movie and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I'm still thinking about it to this day. and the more it rattles around in there, the more I like it. I've only seen the movie once, so it's just weird. Like
the only thing that I didn't hate the movie, I just hated things about it. If that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. There were things about it I didn't like too.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that, like, when it happened, I was just like, fucking stop. It's stupid. Or, like,
right?
You know, like,
yeah.
And the ending, when it happened, I was like, no.
It is a very, very depressing movie.
Yeah, it is.
It is just a downer for beginning to end.
Yeah. And that girl, man, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, but, like, God, I wanted to reach through and strangle her.
Like, right? Like, why are you still there?
Like, grow some fucking balls. Like, don't chase him. He doesn't give two shits about you. Like, what are you doing there?
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I liked Hereditary better. I think you will too, because it's a lot more focused on horror, the horror aspect of things.
I don't know. He seems to be one of those up and coming directors, especially for horror and shit like that. Because Midsommar is very much a horror movie, but it's all during the day, which is really wild.
Yeah, that I did like. It was a very good twist on things,
and it was
because,
visually,
I mean,
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
so, you have that, and those are our recommendations.
Yeah.
So this new movie from him, that Beau is Afraid, I will be watching that, because that and Joaquin Phoenix is a fucking. He's dynamite, dude. He's a great actor. Always has been. Let's see here. I believe. There's another one here called The Inspection. This trailer just dropped today, I believe. But it's about a man a black man who wants to join the Marines, and becomes something for himself, and blah blah blah, this and that. And it's a very it's a drama, but it's a very inspirational type of movie, I think. But it seems like it could be a bit of a downer too. So, but I don't know. I'll check it out. It looks good. I'll give it. I've never heard of this actor, Jeremy Pope. I don't know who that is.
I've never heard of that either.
So we'll see.
Not saying I've never seen anything from him, just that I don't remember it.
There's another movie coming out called The Chemistry of Death. I fucking can't remember what this trailer was about. I just remember thinking it looked cool. Hold on a second, and I'll tell you.
1, 2.
Okay, here's another movie coming out called Consecration. It's a religious film. I don't give a shit. It looks boring. Let's see here. Let me find this movie.
I think that was the one that Matt was talking about, wasn't it?
No.
No.
It's a different movie he was talking about. Chemistry of Death. Hold on, I don't want to watch the trailer. Oh, it's on Paramount Plus. So hold on. I'll watch it.
You're gonna watch it like right here, right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's a murder mystery.
Murder mystery.
Yeah. It's a crime. It's a crime drama. But it looks really good because it looks more like a horror movie than a crime drama. Or a horror.
I don't know. I kind of like those sometimes.
It's not a movie though. I think it's a show. I'm pretty sure it's a show because it's coming to Paramount Plus. So there's another movie coming out called Linoleum with Jim Gaffigan. If anybody knows who Jim Gaffigan is, he's a stand-up comedian. He always talks about food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
I love
Dead Pocket.
Yeah. Hot Pocket.
And his what, 5 kids or whatever.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of kids, and he's pretty awesome. But this movie, it looks like he's taking on more of a.
I'm gonna say Eric's got 6.
He's trying to catch up to me. It's all right.
So this movie seems to be more of a serious role for him. I would say it's more like a serious comedic role, I suppose. Think of
kind of like Bill Hader and It Chapter 2.
No, I was thinking more of what's that movie with Will Ferrell? Where he his life is being written in a book.
Oh, Stranger Than Fiction?
Yeah, Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah.
So it's more like that.
I only watched that once and I do not remember it, I'll be honest, like at all.
I come back to it every once in a while.
I remember something about like plants. Wasn't there plants? Something to do with plants?
Maybe.
I literally
but anyway, this movie is about he's a rocket scientist, and apparently a car falls out of the sky and out crawls a man who looks just like him, only younger. And he works at the same place he works and blah, blah, blah. So it's very weird. But then he like decides that a Russian rocket falls from the sky, and he goes and he like decides to build his own rocket in his garage. It's kind of, I know I'm not very good at explaining this,
but what it sounds like is one of those movies that came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s that everybody watched, and they're like, oh, you gotta watch this movie, it's fucking amazing. And then everybody watched it and they pretended they knew what it was about, but nobody really knew what it was about.
Kind of like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
No, that one I get. But
okay.
Well, because
so people don't get it though.
Well, yeah, like you may have gotten it, but it's like pretentious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's about the internal struggle of like.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, Donnie Darko is a great example.
Oh
great
yeah,
movie.
Yep.
Great movie. It's basically about time travel. Let's go there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. But like
people, back
when it first came out,
yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, it's amazing! It's about this and it's about that and it's about." You don't get it. Don't fucking play like you do.
Yeah, back in high school, everybody was trying to sound all like sophisticated talking about it. Like, dude, it's a fucking movie.
It's about time travel.
Yeah, it's about time travel.
Don't make it more than what it is. It's about time travel.
I remember we had a few friends that were talking about it.
Right, like it was something so much more than it was.
It's my favorite movie, man. It's like the best movie. You just don't understand it. Like, shut the fuck up.
Or Requiem for a Dream. Good movie. But again, that was another one that came out that everybody tried to make it more than what it was. It's a movie about people doing drugs and doing them badly,
right.
Like doing.
Remember the review we read about Gremlins, and they were like, it's the construct of what they say of what do they call that, consumerism and blah blah blah. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
they're fucking. It's about little hairy creatures that turn into slimy green creatures, and they terrorize the fucking town. You guys are overthinking this shit.
Yes.
They were not writing the script for this movie like, oh, there is so much a deeper meaning to this. No, they weren't doing
well,
that.
Well, it's kind of like what was it? What I thought of when we heard that review was one of the things that who was it? The guy that had all the say.
Harvey Weinstein?
No.
Well, he had all the say.
Not
That's why
in
he's
that
in
movie.
prison.
Not in that movie.
Oh, in a movie?
No, not in Gremlins. Was it Spielberg? It wasn't Spielberg.
Whenever they were directing the movie?
Joe Dante directed it, but who was the producer?
It was Spielberg.
Was it Spielberg? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, it was Spielberg.
But remember when they came back and they were like, yeah, there's too many gremlins in this movie. And he's like...
Gremlins.
Yeah. He's like, there's too many gremlins in this movie. And he's like, okay, so let's just take all the gremlins out and call it people.
Call it people. Yeah.
You know, but like, that's kind of what I'm saying is that movie sounds like those movies, you know, that came out then that like everybody's gonna watch it and they're gonna be like, oh, so it's about this and this and this and it's just about
a movie.
It's just about a dude building a rocket in his garage, guys. Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing that out.
It might turn into that. You're right. You're not wrong for sure.
That's what it sounds
because
like.
that's exactly
like in your description.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing in my head is another Donnie Darko.
Just watch the fucking trailer
like
and decide for yourself if you want to have a deeper meaning, of like a meaningful conversation about it with I don't know yourself in the mirror. Then do that, you pretentious fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, you got any more news?
I think I got one more trailer.
Slow motion.
Yeah, slow motion.
Rewind.
Yeah, one more. I got one more. It's called Baby Ruby. So this movie or this trailer just came out today. It's got Kit Harington in it. The only reason why I'm even mentioning this movie is because it has Kit Harington in it, because he's Jon Snow, and well, he's Jon Snow. But anyway, so it's about a woman who gives birth. It's their first little baby.
Did you catch the Jon Snow discussion in our movie this week?
Huh?
Did you catch the Jon Snow discussion in our movie this week?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Why?
The security guards.
I literally just watched it, and I'm
the security guards were talking about it.
Oh yeah. The Game of Thrones thing. I actually wrote that down about the reference.
Anyway,
sorry. I was like, oh, there's a Game of Thrones reference
in this movie.
Yeah, you brought up Jon Snow, and I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it's about it looks like a couple who have their first baby, and it won't stop crying, and the woman's essentially losing her shit. I assume that it probably has something to do with postpartum depression. another one of those movies about a woman who can't apparently handle taking care of her own child. That's driving her mad. She's like hallucinating, I think. I don't know. It looks like a horror movie. It looks like it's going to be one of those psychological thrillers. I'm not interested.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just not something I'm interested in. It looks.
Some of them can be good if done right.
If done right.
There's a bunch, but they're kind of they flood the market sometimes, and it's hard to determine which ones are good.
Psychological thrillers, though, they just don't get me, though, man.
No.
Like, no, they're kind of like ghost movies and shit. Like, I can't get into it.
The problem is like they've got to be done right, and the problem is there's so many of them that it's hard to weed out when they're good ones.
Well, you see, the thing is for me, I don't believe in ghosts and all that stuff. So for me, it's hard for me to get scared of a movie about ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, the shit doesn't exist. Like, werewolves are scarier to me because they're a physical thing in the movie that will fucking eat you.
But they're not real either.
I know they're not real, but they're a physical, monstrous, scary looking. Like, you can see them on the screen. Whenever I see somebody flying across the room in a movie, I'm like, gay. Like, I don't know. Like, that's stupid.
The thing
you, man, that's my worst fear.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
I think Supernatural.
What, ghosts?
Phenomenal, like,
that's what I'm saying, because I think
really that shit scares you.
I think Supernatural is scarier because how do you fight it?
Yeah, you cannot physically defend yourself, but like a werewolf, you can shoot with a silver bullet and you're gonna call it
day.
Yeah,
you've got a fighting chance against a werewolf,
a ghost,
somebody breaking into your house, a slasher. You've got a fighting chance.
If something is haunting my house, call a priest. I go get a hotel for the weekend. The priest takes care of it.
And then the thing follows him.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, this isn't Poltergeist.
I'm just saying.
This is their whole spiel with that. I don't know. Fuck that. I'm done.
Anyway,
no Poltergeist.
So,
anyway,
are you done with news?
Yeah, I'm good. That's it.
Okay,
that's all I had.
So let's go on to what we've been watching. Eric, why don't you go first?
Okay, well, I watched Willow and I watched the season.
Hey, we were
of
just
Willow.
talking about Willow.
I know. That's why we.
Do you like the show? Is the show good?
I like the show.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah, I like the show. I mean, they pretty much stuck with the storyline, so it really goes.
I haven't even watched it yet.
The Mad Matt again. It's.
Yeah, you know why he can't.
I mean, but it also throughout the show, it kind of feels like they're gonna bring him in. They did.
He actually did talk about
doing like a cameo.
Yeah, coming back and doing not necessarily just a cameo though, like being in it like from time to time. Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna work it out.
I hope they do, because they keep talking about wanting to bring, like, his daughter is trying to constantly find him. So it's kind of like, okay, they're going to bring him in there at some point in time.
I heard that the problem with the show is that it's about a lesbian couple. And it's very force-fed.
It's very woke propaganda. It has that woke propaganda.
See, that's why Disney is failing, dude.
That's what I'm saying, because Disney's literally come out and said that that's their agenda. That's just their agenda, and that's all they care about is pushing that.
But if you can get past that part,
I don't care about that. I just want a good story and a good show.
The story. Oh, I love the story to it. I mean, it really. I mean, I'm in the.
I'm over trying to simplify or get upset about woke bullshit. Like, I don't fucking care at this point. Just give me some good fucking stories, man.
I'm in the 5th episode of it right now, and there is a part where you hear Matt Madigan talk to his daughter.
Yeah.
So
I think the only issue is
there's an actor in there that might throw you guys for a loop.
Who's
Christian Slater?
Oh, no shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh, I like
briefly. He's in it.
I like that.
I hate that though, because like Christian Slater hasn't done a lot.
You'll hear his
voice.
So
So the fact that he's only in it briefly, like, fuck that.
Yeah,
give him a
like,
role,
give
dude.
him, like,
let him in the show.
There might be more to it. Like, he might be in the show longer. It's just the part where I see him was very brief.
Okay, gotcha.
He's in like that one whole episode, but they might bring it back in later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the only problem I have with like the woke thing is that, like, don't make it like your whole thing.
Yeah, don't make it your goal.
Yeah, don't make it the main.
Like, don't like what Disney's saying is like, this is what we're doing and we don't care. Like, this is just
that's a problem for me.
Like, make it about the entertainment. Don't push an agenda.
If it feels like it should fit in the story,
if your story is good, people will watch it.
Push it into the story.
Yeah, it's part of the population that's fine.
We all know
it should be a part of our entertainment as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
However,
that's understandable.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it part of our entertainment. Make it part of the the cast for sure. But don't make our entertainment completely about that, because then the rest of us feel excluded from.
Well, know what I
mean?
They almost make you. The thing is whenever they do those things, it's like they're shaking their finger at you.
Yeah.
Saying, you need to be this way. You need to think this way, or else you're just a bad person.
Yeah.
And I've got a gay sister. I've been around so many gay people. I've had gay roommates. They don't bother me. Gays don't bother me. And I'll tell you what, though. They'll sit back and tell you all day that this is all bullshit. They're just like anybody. They just want to be left the fuck alone. My sister is a happily married woman, and she, her and her wife, they don't push that on people.
Yeah.
If you go screaming at them like, oh, calling them, homophobic names and shit, then
you'll probably
they're
get
gonna
a few
get
people
upset.
in your face though, because they've got a lot
exactly.
of friends.
They're gonna get upset, and you're gonna piss off the people that love them.
Yep.
So, but like I said, man, like just don't fucking force feed it to me, man. I don't need that.
It's about the entertainment. It shouldn't be about an agenda. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
But other than that, I mean, the storyline. I mean, I love the show. I mean, I really do. I like it. So I'm like I said, I'm on the 5th episode. I think there's 7. So I've got like 2 more episodes.
I've thought about checking it out, man. I'm losing faith in Disney.
I think it's worth the watch.
So.
Give it a chance. Watch the first couple episodes or whatever. See how you feel about it. But I liked it. I mean, I wanted to watch it, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch the movie, and then I'm going to start watching the season. So that's kind of where it came.
See, Disney for me, man. Like they released all their Marvel shows, and the only ones I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I watched Loki, and I watched WandaVision.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched those 3, and Loki was awesome. Falcon and Winter Soldier was okay, and then WandaVision was really good.
Yeah, I heard good things about that.
But it got to that point where it's like, then they start the She-Hulk thing, and like they're like all about woman power, but then here she is twerking. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so there's that, and then they push this like female empowerment on you, and then while they demean the Hulk and make him seem less important.
Yeah, I'm all about
that. Like,
I'm all about female empowerment, so women don't come for me. But
wait, what?
Female? No, listen, female empowerment.
Say that again.
Listen, female empowerment should not be about pushing men down.
No. Oh, you mean like literally?
Yeah, like don't come after me.
Oh, come for.
What do you have to like attacking?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I gotcha. I thought it was a sexual
His mind
thing.
went
No,
dirty.
you're always about everything sexual with you. Everything is sexual.
Women don't come for me like.
No, I'm just saying
they don't always come for me either.
Women,
but,
women empowerment nowadays is all about putting men down, and that's not how it should be.
You're right.
If you want to empower women, that's cool. Be about that.
But a woman,
should not be.
But if a woman wants equal rights, then that's what she gets. She wants to be equal to a man. She will be equal to a man. Yep. That's how I see it.
Absolutely.
You will work just as hard as me, and and your pay does not matter if my pay does not matter. That's just how I see it. I think that if whatever comes to that, everything's 50-50.
If we're doing the same job, we should get the same pay.
Exactly. I don't like this shit that I hear about Hollywood and not paying women as much as they pay men. That's bullshit.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That is bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
That woman, I've seen some real bangers in Hollywood with the way women act. Take for example the Terminator movies.
Oh yeah.
What was it? Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh man.
Terminator 2? She was awesome. She was awesome. Sigourney Weaver.
Yep.
I mean, some of the movies, those women-led movies, like, all right, we'll take, for example, right here, Kill Bill. I mean, dude, Uma Thurman kills it. I mean, so I believe that the women should make just as much, even sometimes more than men. So, I think it all should be equal. And I mean, that my wife knows this.
Yeah.
She knows that it's equal. It has to be equal, because if not, then one of us is just dead weight.
Yep.
I'm just saying, for the women out there that are about women empowerment, it's cool. Just don't push men down in the process. That's not the point. Go on, Eric.
That's pretty much all I watched was the Willow and the movie we're watching for this. I really didn't have a whole lot of time.
What you're trying to say, though, is fuck you, Disney.
Yeah, pretty much.
Essentially.
Don't push the propaganda.
Yeah, don't push it, man.
All right, Joseph, you're up.
Oh shit.
Oh, when we were back on the, hold on, when we were back on that Marvel stuff, I saw something funny today. It was a picture of what Vision and the Scarlet Witch's daughter would look like.
Oh, Megan.
Yeah,
That's
Megan
hilarious.
is like
Yeah, that's
dead
hilarious.
That is true.
on. Yeah,
I'm looking
But-
forward to that movie. I just wish they'd stop.
push like the
Yeah, I can
tail.
watch the whole
I'm
movie
tired of
by
watching.
now.
You could probably get online and watch the whole movie just in
pretty
clips.
much.
So this week I watched a lot this week.
So did I.
I got 3 days off.
So we watched Child's Play for my daughter's started a podcast. Hers is called Mad Hatchet Horror Hour. Mad Hatchet Horror Hour. It's a tongue twister. But essentially every other week she'll review a horror movie, and then every other week she talks about a serial killer or a series of murders from around the globe. And we did Child's Play, which is already on Spotify, and we did a review on Child's Play. It's about an hour long. And then next week she will be talking about, I can't remember his name. He's a serial killer from London or England or whatever.
Jack the Ripper.
No, he's
No,
a
he's the cannibal.
yeah, he's a cannibal. They called him the London Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever, something
Yeah.
like that. So, but she'll if you're interested in that, get on Spotify, called Mad Hatchet Horror Hour. Check her out. She's a good kid, and she's putting a lot of work into writing up this story about that serial killer. So I'll give her mad credit. And she figures, well, Dad's got all the setup and the equipment, might as well. Then I
Take
want to
advantage of it.
Take advantage of it. My son watched John Wick, so he had to watch John Wick 2 and 3. So he watched John Wick 2, and he loved it. He said it was better than the first, which I disagree.
It's respectfully, sir.
Yeah, respectfully, it's not better than the first. But then we watched the third one, and he fell asleep with about 40 minutes left in the movie, and he hasn't went back to it yet. But I think it's just because he thought that he finished it, because he asked me the next day, he goes, Dad, did I fall asleep during that movie? I said, yes. He goes, are you sure?
He finished in his dream.
I was
There
like,
you
yeah,
go.
you fell asleep, dude.
He made up
but it's
his
a
own
long
movie.
movie, so.
Yeah.
But he wanted to watch him because he wants to go to the theater and watch John Wick 4 with us. So, yeah. He's on a John Wick kick.
I've been wanting to. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
I think
Need
I'm
I
all
remind
caught
you,
up.
my son is only he's 7 years old. So, and he's obsessed with Dragon Ball Z.
Hell yeah.
So anything that involves fighting and badassery, he's all about.
Action.
Like, I thought he was going to be all over the Mad Max movie, and he wasn't. I thought he would be, but cars don't do it for him anymore. He wants to see people get their asses kicked. I
He wants
guess.
physical fighting.
Yeah, he wants to see some actual fighting and shit. And then I watched The Menu, that new movie with
Oh, yeah.
it was good actually.
Yeah, it's getting
It was
good reviews.
It was good. I liked it. It's one of the movies that like you could say is it means this or that.
Oh,
or,
God.
Yeah, you could, but for me, it was just it was about an angry chef. He was an angry
He's
chef.
a very angry man.
He was an angry man. He was just he's angry. That's what I got from it. But I'm a very simple person. I'm a very simple-minded man. But I liked it. I thought it was good. And Ray Fiennes does great. I think everybody in the movie does great, really. Even John
I don't think I've ever
Leguizamo.
seen him do badly.
Ray
honestly.
Fiennes?
Yeah.
No, not at all. No.
Yeah, I don't think
He's definitely one of those classically trained actors
Yeah.
that he's just very good.
I imagine he's very intense to work
Oh,
with.
for
like,
sure,
Like,
yeah.
he's one of those you walk in the room and you're like, I'm not even gonna joke.
yeah.
Just Van Damme
Straight
the whole
face.
time.
Yeah, yep. Nicholas Holt was in it too, and he did really good. I really liked
I
him. in it.
love him.
He's a douche in the movie, but he's like,
Ever
but you
since
love
I
him
for
for it anyway. Like,
Ever since I saw Warm
Rightfully so.
Bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since I saw Warm Bodies, me and Nicholas Holt have been best friends.
fuck that movie. I don't even care about that.
I love
movie.
that
I just
movie.
love
Never
him
seen it.
as an actor.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
it's about it. He's a zombie.
He's a zombie.
I've seen
Yeah.
the clips of it.
I watched it because of Rob Corddry. Like, that guy's hilarious to me. That's his zombie friend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
yeah, so I watched it because of him,
Yeah.
and then I really ended up liking Nicholas Hoult. So yeah,
Yeah, Nicholas Holt's awesome.
yeah, he is.
So and then I like I said, I was gonna be saying it this week. I watched Terrifier 2. And not as gory as people said it was. I don't see where people were throwing up. I'm a little immune.
I would have thrown up on the first one if
Chainsaw.
I were a throw upper.
Well, I could see like the
No,
part,
I'm just saying, like,
the part
if you're
that
gonna
everybody's
compare the
referring to, I guess, because it's very it is extremely violent. It's
two,
very
that's part of the charm. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
but dude, the whole time this whole scene is going on, I'm laughing. I think it's fucking hilarious.
See, that's the difference between normal people and us. I
Yeah,
guess.
well, I understand that it's fake. You know, it's not real.
and I don't know, like, yeah, I guess that's probably it. But I mean, don't they though? Like, I that blows my mind that like people can watch a movie and literally it bothers them so much that they'll have a reaction to it like
See,
that.
that's the thing is imagery doesn't bother me so much as the meaning behind some things.
There's only been
like
one movie.
one movie that I refuse to watch, and because I know what happens at the end is Mother. I won't watch that movie.
I fucking hated that movie.
I won't watch that movie because I don't think that something like that should be depicted.
I hated it.
I don't know. I have
I
no
didn't know about
opinion of it.
I didn't know about that, but I hated it.
Did
It was
you?
a terrible movie. It wasn't even a good movie, is my point.
I've heard that too. I heard that it just isn't a good movie.
It isn't even a good movie.
regardless.
But
I know what happens at the end with the baby and stuff, and I'm
yeah,
like, I'm good.
I didn't know that.
I don't want to watch that.
Had I known that, I probably wouldn't watched it. But I watched it, and it's not even a good movie. So don't watch it. It's a terrible movie.
And I'm actually a fan of Jennifer Lawrence. I like her.
Yeah, I
I
do
think
too.
she's a great actress, and I think she's good. She's a good actress. She's one of them women that I believe should make more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like what she said about being the first woman lead in a action.
She was
franchise
just
movie or whatever.
confused.
Like,
She was
you're on crack.
confused.
I think she was confused.
Sigourney Weaver's
Like,
over,
dude, like I laughed so
Yeah,
much.
Sigourney
So-
Weaver's like, hey.
Sigourney Weaver just walked on stage and just bitch smacked her like, what?
We should give her that look.
Yeah, like,
bitch.
Fucking
Bitch.
what? Fucking what?
Yeah.
Look her straight in the eyes. And said,
There's only
"Bitch."
yeah. There's only been one movie that affected me to the point that like I literally did have nightmares, and that was Buried with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I don't like
Tight spaces.
tight spaces and closed, and that's all that movie is.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are movies out there that do bother me. But
Yeah, and then the ending happened, and I literally like you could have like touched me, and I probably would have started crying or screaming or both for like 20 or 30 minutes after that movie ended. And then for like a week afterwards, I had a nightmare almost every day. I'm telling you, like, and there was one time I remember Jack was he couldn't have been maybe 2, 3. And he come in and like woke me up, but when he woke me up, like the covers were over my head. And like
You
I
flipped.
screamed, and he like pulled the covers down. He's like, "You okay, mama? Okay, mama?" And I'm like, "I'm okay. I'm fine." But I'm like inside, I'm like, ah! You know what I mean? Like that movie. Oh, that's an all. I'll never watch that movie again.
I only had a couple of gripes about Terrifier 2. For one, it's way too long. The movie's too long.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's
How
2
long
hours
was
and
it?
18 minutes.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's too
It's
long.
a far cry from the first one.
Yeah, the first one was only like 80 minutes, I think, or
Yeah.
something. And so this one's like almost double that time.
Which is part of the charm, I think, because they were going for that like art housey kind
yeah,
of thing. You know,
and
like,
and for this, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I liked about the movie. I think the leads did great. I think that the acting was much better in this movie. Art the Clown's still great. But there's a lot of things in the movie that just didn't need to be in the movie. Like it was just unnecessary, and like a lot of like filler. And
see, I feel like it's gonna be one of those movies like they got too big for their britches because of the first one.
maybe not really. It still
No.
seems it's still low budgety. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
it's still, but there's obviously there is more of a budget here. But and it's not like I wouldn't even say that it's padded because it has Art the Clown is in the entire movie. Like there's only I bet he takes up half of the runtime. His face does at least half the runtime.
Okay.
And that's awesome. You know, you want to see that.
Yeah, that's who you came to see.
But I think that the leads all did great. I think that it was gory. It was fun. And they tried to give him more lore, I guess you could almost. I wouldn't even say more lore.
Oh, I kind of hate that.
It was not even really lore so much as it is they kind of try to explain a couple things, but it gets a little too supernaturally.
I don't want that.
It's weird, like, but it's funny because it's almost like they're poking at those movies that, like, you know, Jason and all that, where they come back for no reason. You know?
I mean, I guess, but like I
I
don't want to know.
Huh?
I have a theory on that.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know the backstory. It's much better when I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think it's cool. It's a little bit. Some of the areas of the movie is a little much, and there's actually a couple of things that they don't even really explain that much. Like their dad, apparently, these kids' dad, and this and that. I'm like, so what was up with that? And I don't know. Check out the movie. It's a good movie. I recommend it. I kind of like the first one better, not because of any reason other than it's short, sweet, and straight to the point. There's nothing crazy about it. There's a few. I mean, there are a ton of gripes about the first one.
Crazy about it.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, you can have a lot of gripes about the first one, but it's just a straight to the point slasher movie.
Yeah.
He's stalking these people, killing them, and it's simple. It's there. There's nothing.
I like that he has no reason.
No reason.
He's
None
just doing
whatsoever. I mean, honestly, he has no reason in this one either. None.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to know why. I don't want to know why. I don't want to know.
They don't say why he's stalking these.
Well,
people
I don't want to know background. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know anything about Art the Clown.
There's not. Well, you don't really know anything about him. They just kind of like throw a few of these little supernatural elements in that didn't make any sense. And
so yeah, I guess that could be.
I think it's meant
fun.
to be like one of those what the fuck kind of things.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that the girl did great. She was a great final girl. And everybody around her did a really good job. So I'll give them that. And I think they were just looking for a reason to have this girl run around half naked throughout half this movie.
Well, yeah, most slasher films are.
Because she's wearing like this cosplay angel warrior type suit. And she bears, and it's funny because like her mom is exactly a real life mom. Like she's like yelling at them and stuff like that. Like she's just frustrated and she plays it really well. And then like, but then she comes down the steps wearing this fucking slutty costume, and she's like, "What the hell are you wearing? Like, you know, you can't wear that in public." And she's like, "But mom," and then she's like, "Oh, fine." I was just like, "Really? There's no fuck. I beat my child."
Argument with it? Just
none. Not really.
No,
not really. Like at first she comes off as like this concerned parent, like you can't wear that, and then she's like, "But mom," and then she's like, fine, you know.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, it's very exposing. Like she has, like, I mean, she has the breastplate and then like this skimpy skirt thing, and that's it, and then some wings.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm like, and she literally wears that for the rest of the movie.
Nope.
And I'm just like, yeah, that's not
gonna fly here.
Yeah, I was like, if my daughter came down the steps wearing that shit, I'd smack the shit out of her.
She wouldn't though.
No, she wouldn't. She knows better. She wouldn't. But yeah, so that's all I watched this week.
You do realize that you have an alien humping your TV, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I put that there on purpose.
Okay.
I just now noticed it. I was like, he's gonna hump my TV.
Yeah, he's humping the TV.
Hey, gotta get where you can, okay?
I mean, I guess.
It's pretty.
All right, so I watched this week What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show, and I finished it. All of it.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Isn't it like 2
all
seasons?
4 seasons.
Oh, 4 seasons?
4 seasons.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of vampires.
Yeah.
I heard that there's a lot of cameos in that show, though, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Colin the Vampire is my favorite. The energy vampire. He's my favorite. I love him. And then I watched a movie called Slacks. It's about killer jeans.
Killer jeans.
Did you watch it?
I've never seen it. I know what you're talking about.
The movie was great.
I heard it's actually not that bad.
It is very good. I did not care for the ending because I felt like the ending was way too heavy for the feel of the rest of the movie.
Really? One of those, huh?
Yeah, like the ending, I was like, ouch.
Right.
That kind of hurt. And the rest of the movie was very, like,
Kind of goofy. And...
goofy and fun and relaxed and happy. Well, not happy because people
I
are
was
dying.
gonna say there's
but,
people dying. From
yeah,
cats.
but like it
People
was
die, it
just
makes
it
me
was
happy.
yeah, it's just very relaxed and funny and a typical comedic thing. And then the ending happened, and I'm like, oh no,
that got dark real
yeah,
fast.
it was really dark.
Yeah.
Then we watched The Cleansing Hour, which was a
I've seen that.
yeah, it was very good. I liked that.
That's on Shudder too, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on Shudder.
I've seen that. That one actually is really good.
It was very good. I really
That's
liked
the
it.
thing is
I
like
watched
Shudder's
it-
got some bangers
Oh,
on
they
it,
really
man.
do. I watched it because I really like what's his face that was in that shit. He played the boyfriend.
In Smile.
He was in Smile.
He was
and
in.
he was in
the new Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
yeah, and he was in the Haunting in Connecticut.
Yeah, I think
Kyle,
so.
no, not was it? Is it Kyle? Fuck, what's
I don't
his
know.
name?
I know who
Anyway,
you're talking about though.
yeah, I watched it because of him, and it turned out it was a really good movie.
It is. It's a very good movie. It's got a very fucked up end. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the ending happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what? Oh, fuck.
Like, damn, shit just got real fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
But it was really good.
it was very good.
Stargate. Jeremiah had never seen it, and I really like it. So I was like,
Like
you
the
should-
one with Russell,
Yeah.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell and,
Really?
and James Spader.
The
He'd,
fuck?
he'd
Movie.
never seen it, so I was like, let's watch it.
It's a good movie.
It's a
though.
good movie. And then
How does it hold up though? It's been a while since I've seen it. Like, does it?
well,
Can you tell its age?
yeah, mostly from the look of it.
Like
You
the
know what I
CG
mean?
and stuff. It
Yeah.
didn't age
Well, really, the CG isn't. You only really see it when they open up the Stargate, right?
That's true. I guess.
So
everything
and
is
it's
practical.
it's water.
The little flying.
Yeah, it's water.
things.
So it's not terrible.
Right.
But we watched it on streaming. If it were like a remastered
Blu-ray or something like that.
Blu-ray or something, maybe it would look better. But it kind of looked splotchy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But no, the look of the movie was still very good. You know, the Egyptians and the whole aesthetic still, I thought, held up pretty well. Still looked very good. I think that even if we made it today, it would still look
Okay. I got you.
similar. I don't think they could have done it much better. And it's a desert.
Now we
movie.
got the Way of Water now.
yeah,
Yeah.
So if you need water effects, they got the Way of Water
right,
effects.
right. But it's in the desert too. I mean, how do you really? You know what I'm saying? Like most of it's in the desert, and they're. So I don't know. I think it held up pretty well, and it's not real cheesy. You don't have any of that kind of like cheesy stuff that used to go on back then in that movie. Really, it's kind of serious, and I mean, I still like it. I think it
It
held
must
up
have been
pretty well.
good because they made a TV show out of it, and
Oh
it
man,
went on for
I never
seasons.
watched the TV show.
I've never seen it either. But god damn, it was on forever.
Yeah, I watched the movie because of the Egyptian elements. I
Yeah.
love
Oh yeah,
Egyptian.
that shit's awesome.
So I wasn't.
And it had
interested.
Kurt Russell in it.
Well, of course. I mean, I wasn't interested in any of the shows because of that. And we started Midnight Mass finally. So
Really?
we're 3 episodes in, I think.
It takes a minute to get into the heavy shit, but
it's
it's fucking good, dude.
I called it actually pretty early on
What?
that well, I don't want to say it if people haven't seen it. About who
The V word?
who the priest was.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a.
But
They
Jeremiah,
don't hide it very well.
Well,
in the-
Jeremiah picked the V word.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
so good though, man.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it is good so far.
It says a lot about like I don't want to sound like one of them pretentious people, but it says a lot about like religion and the kind of the corporation of it and things like that, and it says a lot.
well,
about
I think
that.
it's more like that woman. My God, that fucking woman, Bev.
Which one's Bev?
She's the lady that's like up the fucking priest's ass.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
like she
Nose deep.
she's
dude-
she's the one that gives religion a bad name.
She is, but I'll tell you what though, she kills it in that role, and she does really good. in
She
the show.
does, but she's the kind of person that gives religion a bad name because, like, I mean, I'm sitting here and I'm listening. Okay, I'm not going to get on a high horse and I'm not going to talk about religion, but like, I do Bible study, okay? I know a lot of scripture, and I listen to this woman talk and twist scripture, and I want to reach through the screen and
Smack her.
strangle the woman because
smack the shit out of her.
I mean, I'm listening to it and I'm like, you people
It's what
are the
yep,
reason that people hate us.
yeah, yep,
You know?
it's true.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So now we're going into the movie.
I just want to
This
say
week's
one more
movie.
thing. I have been watching Midnight Club slowly.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
There's also Mike Flanagan, and she's actually in that too.
Oh, is she?
And I forgot to tell. I don't know if you know this, but Heather Langenkamp is also
Oh.
in Midnight Club.
I do still want to watch that, even though you say it's not.
It's
I'm
just
still
it's hard for me to
interested.
get through.
I think it's because it's Mike Flanagan. I kind of feel like I need to watch all of
That's
his
how I
shit.
feel about it too, because I love Midnight.
You
Mass,
need to
man.
watch The Haunting of Hill House.
I
though,
know,
for
I
real.
just-
I'm telling you, like that, it'll change your life.
It'll change my
It'll
life.
change your life.
I'll have to check it out sometime.
All right. So anyway, on to the movie. So this week's movie was a Scare Package.
Oh wait, I want to say one thing.
Jesus.
Did you know that his wife is in Midnight Mass?
Yeah.
Right?
She's in all of his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. She was also in Hush. You
Yeah,
ever seen that movie?
Yeah, she's in the Haunting of Hill House. She's in the
Yeah.
other one that wasn't so good. Fuck. Bly Manor.
or
Yeah,
whatever,
she's in that one. Yeah, she's in most of his stuff, I think, if not all. But yeah,
Okay.
she's beautiful.
I really like her. I think
She's
she did
beautiful.
great in Hush.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really liked Hush.
Yeah, I
That
love
was a
Hush.
good movie.
I love Hush. It was a good movie. Okay, Scare Package. We ready?
Wait,
Very
one
good?
more th- one
Yeah,
more
now that
thing.
we're an
Hold
hour
Yeah,
on.
one more
deep.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got
We're
one
supposed
Now
to
that
be
we're an
only
hour
20
deep-
minutes on
Yeah, I
intro
know.
and
I'm
what you've been
trying to
watching.
get. I'm trying to get there. Like everybody
Yeah,
good?
another thing. I mean, we
Any-
just skip
anything
this
else?
roll.
No,
We're
I'm good.
Everybody. Okay.
You might be looking at a 3-hour episode, dear people.
Hope you like our faces.
Yeah.
Scare Package, made in 2019, clocks in at an hour and 47 minutes. Stars Jeremy King as Chad Buckley, Han Tran as Han, Byron Brown as Sam, and it had various directors and writers, obviously, because every, clip had a director and a writer. And the synopsis is Chad, the owner of Rad Chad's Horror Emporium, recounts a series of bone-chilling, blood-splattered tales to illustrate the rules of the horror genre to his newest employee. So, I guess for me, obviously I would watch again and I would recommend. How about you, since you're always the Debbie Downer?
I did not. I would
Yep,
not.
of course.
recommend this movie
Of course.
to anybody.
If it's not his movie...
It's not true.
yeah, it is!
No, it is
Yes,
not.
it is! Let's go back to every single episode we've done for this.
I wouldn't recommend this movie because it is not something that this is something that only Karen would appreciate and love. This is definitely like up her alley. But for me, and call me a fucking movie snob if you want, but it's just like I have a lot of issues with this movie. And it's not even the low budget or the poor acting. It's none of that, because I can get behind that shit. But in this case, I have a lot of gripes about this movie. And I would only recommend to people who appreciate
A certain demographic.
a certain demographic, yes. And I would not watch it again. I would not watch it again.
Go ahead, Eric.
It's a no for me, Karen. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Karen's like, fuck you guys.
I it was just, I know it's all about different scenarios. It was just too much, just too wild, just out there, just constantly, just.
We'll get into all of it.
Yeah, we'll get into all.
Karen's
that,
looking
but-
at us like, I fucking hate you. Why am
I
I
mean,
even on
yeah,
this
I
show?
kind of get like the
You guys
feel
suck.
like Tales from the Crypt, and it's kind of that kind of different aspect, but at least Tales from the Crypt had a little bit better acting with it. Like
It's not supposed to be good acting.
I know.
I don't
that,
even,
that
yeah,
was something
I don't
I
even
got
care
into.
about the acting.
You know, how much talent does it take to do that bad acting? You know what I mean? And that's not saying that they're bad actors.
No, that's.
I'm saying
exactly
how
what
much
you're
it, like.
saying.
No, I'm
That's
saying
what
I'm
they're
literally
saying.
trying to say like they've probably got really good good talent to be that bad. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, so they were doing it on purpose.
Doing it on purpose.
Maybe.
That's where I'm getting.
I
at
hope
with
they
it.
are.
Yeah, because but just the overall, just all over the place with
Right.
it, just was throwing me off. My
My biggest gripe with the movie isn't that it is. I I think that a lot of the stories didn't make any fucking sense, and the dialogue was dumb. I mean, some of the humor in it was funny
Yeah.
in the sense that it's like cheesy,
Yes, very
dad humor, shit like
very.
that. But then there's like scenes of like the one with the skull, the candy
The
skull.
That
licking
was
the
the only
skull.
one that wasn't
I
had
was-
no humor.
I was
It
like,
wasn't-
no, it wasn't even
that
about the
only
humor.
one.
I was just kind of like, what the fuck is going? They don't explain anything. They lick this skull and they get skull faces. Somebody's stalking them apparently,
Yeah.
and then they
The
just pull
only-
him in the room and kill him for whatever reason.
So like for
and
me,
then hit him with pillows.
Yeah, I didn't understand it.
no, they were hitting themselves with pillows. They just killed
Oh,
the
the
dude.
feathers were just flying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thought
I
they
didn't
hit him
understand
too,
it though. I didn't get why.
No, the way I took that one was more like taking that whole trope where like the girls are like hanging out or whatever. And
Yeah,
there's,
yeah.
like,
I
there's
get
a
that.
stalker,
Yeah,
and kind of flipping it on its face.
Well,
Now
what's
I
with
don't
yeah.
get the skull thing. I don't I didn't. That was not one of my favorites. I didn't care for.
well, hold on. I want to because if that was the idea of that thing there, like why didn't they just do that then? Why include this skull candy thing and then their faces turn into,
I don't know. That wasn't one of my favorite ones.
I was just like, what the fuck is even like
she
the
would,
end
like,
of that?
turn into a zombie or something.
Well, like
That-
he's
that-
stalking them, and then they just open the door, pull him in, and next thing you know, he's dead. I'm like, what the fuck? What was his point? What was the
Yeah.
point of this guy to only be there?
I don't know. The only thing I got from that one is that it was something to kind of like turn that trope upside
Well,
down.
to be
but,
honest
like,
with
I
you,
don't know.
The sad part is like those girls were the best actors in this entire movie. They were the ones that did the best acting. Whenever they didn't talk like they're reading off of a fucking cue
That's-
card.
Yeah, like yeah.
They did the best acting, and then but the story didn't make any fucking sense. I was just like, what the fuck?
I think you
Okay.
guys are missing the point entirely, but that's fine. It's your opinion. I'll let you have it.
the Blob where the dudes was
I
turning
did-
into-
That was
is-
another one. I was like,
that
what the
one
fuck?
is my favorite out of all of them.
Only
is the
because of the
camping
guy
one.
that's like sitting on the like.
No, there's
the
so
blob
much
ground.
that happens there. Like, okay, so first the dude shows up and he's like changing into something,
Kill
and then the
me.
guy shows up, then the guy reveals that he's a
He's
serial,
a serial killer. Yeah.
And then they're running from him, and then the guy shows up because he's after the guy that's changing into something, and then they get back to where they started.
Makes me think
And the
of
serial
Toxic
killer
Avenger.
trips and lands
Yeah.
the guy's crotch, and then the girl ends up getting bit by the guy who's changing into something, and she turns into a blob too. That is hilarious.
Some of the dialogue in that
Kill me
was
with-
funny.
With silver. That's
That is
fake.
my favorite one. That is my
Some of- well,
favorite,
that's
and
what
it
I'm saying.
sucks
Some of the-
because it's
some
the
of the
one that comes
dialogue
out
in
of the
that one-
gate.
Some of the dialogue in that one was actually pretty funny because like the blob guy on the ground was killing it. He was actually funny. And then like the girl comes in, she gets bit, and he's like, he
Stay
bites
on
her. He's
your
like,
side,
"Oh,
the
I'm
blob."
sorry, I couldn't help myself."
Now we know that I can't control
Now I
it.
know that I can't control it, so there's that. And then she turns into
Yeah,
which was funny.
that one is my favorite
You stay
out
on
of
your
all
side
of
of the
the.
blob.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's my favorite out of all of them, which kind of sucks because it's the one that comes out of the gate. So they start with that one.
right.
It sucks. But like, I like the cold opener too.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah,
Because
I did like him.
like
He's the
just
guy
want-
that's like, oh, I'm supposed to like set up.
And I
all
love
I
that
gotta do
they
is follow
ended it-
directions.
I love that they ended it with him too. Like he shows up to like save the final girl. You
Yeah.
know, he's like, "Oh, I'm here," and he like throws the match back, and it blows up, and they're running away, and he's so happy about it. You know, like I love that.
It was my first note. It was an awkward guy who gets people killed.
Yeah, like, and
Like-
he didn't even mean to. He didn't kill anybody.
Like the
That's
first
the
girl.
thing.
He's like, "You okay?"
Yeah.
Literally got a pair.
I didn't
No,
like whenever he accidentally stabbed the girl behind him,
Yeah.
and then she was like, she looked at him like,
yeah, and she's like,
was the
I
one-
wouldn't do that, and she's like, and he's like, you know,
she was like, she didn't even act like she was just stabbed. She was like, she didn't act like she was in pain or nothing. She
Yeah.
was like,
I like
You
the-
know,
I like
Talking to
the-
him, like,
I like
Yeah.
this cop friend though, because she would like when the first time I watched it, I didn't catch what she said the first time, but like the first time I watched it, she's like, "Well, I'm always aiming for center mass, and
Yeah.
I always get
always
him in
hit
the
him
shoulder,
in the shoulder. Or
always
something.
in the
Yeah.
shoulder." And then like the next time I watch, oh,
Yeah,
that's what she means.
I got that. Like, yeah, because she came in and she shot him in the shoulder. She's like, always in the shoulder.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
So she's kind of like the what's her name from Scream 5,
yeah,
or well, Scream 4 and 5.
yeah.
The
yeah,
cop lady.
yeah.
But
I liked the other thing I liked about it too is like there's so many like new nods
Yes.
to so many other things, like the convertible top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
the
convertible
Nightmare
top.
one.
Yeah, like
Freddy
and
Krueger's
then
top.
obviously the camping story. I said that's my favorite one. There's just so much going on.
The jock dressed up as Johnny
Yeah,
Depp.
the jock dressed up as Johnny Depp. Like there's so many nods. And I put some of them in trivia, but some of them I already knew.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, the werewolf witch one with Noah Segan, that one
Mhm.
where he comes up and like kills all the werewolves and all
Yeah.
that stuff. That was my least favorite.
I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
I thought that
There's not enough going on, and
Yeah,
it doesn't give you enough.
no context.
Yeah, no context.
Yeah,
Like, what do they need the pelts for? Like,
that's what I was saying. Like, what are the pelts for? What is this cult that he's in?
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of feel the same way about like the skull one, right? So we've talked about that one a little bit, and I get where you're coming from with that too. That's not one of my favorites either. But like
Right.
but that werewolf one, I have the same problem with it. There's just not enough context, not enough story. And I love Noah Segan. I love the guy, but like I'm like, that's the one you decided to be in. Like
You got
any
that,
other one probably would have been better.
You got that one where the girl is fighting the ghost over spoilers.
And I don't, the only reason that I like that one at all is because of the fight scene.
Oh yeah, I know which one
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like they were like, these two people are married. Let's put them in a skit together.
It did make me laugh at the end.
So
though, when she got the text, it was a spoiler.
Yeah, she's
"I
like,
just
"Ah!"
fought a
Yeah.
fucking ghost over this.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like I like the fight scene, but again, not enough context.
Yeah.
Why did that dude get killed? And then why were they following her at the end? What?
that's what I'm saying. Like none of them made any sense. Like, so what the fuck is going on?
really what
Give
I
us
liked.
something to run with at least.
Yeah, what I liked is like the camping one, the wraparound story, the cold open, the ending.
The ending was good. I
Yeah.
liked the ending. I even
Yeah.
said that. I was like, if they would have just made the whole movie
About
this,
yeah.
I would have been okay with this movie.
Yeah.
Like I would have probably enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like they weren't even good actors either. But like,
I also and
but then Joe
there's
There's a
Bob Briggs
plot
come
with
in
it.
and
Oh,
it makes
that-
everything better.
I love that.
Because the way he acts with Joe Bob Briggs, I wrote this down. I said the way he's acting with Joe Bob Briggs. If that was me and Bruce Campbell,
I thought of that
same-
exactly.
that's
I thought
exactly
the same.
the way I would be like,
Dad.
Dad?
Yeah. I thought the same thing. The first time I watched it, I was like,
That's
Hmm.
Joseph.
that seems familiar.
yeah,
Yeah, but like the 4th of July killer one though, I like that one too. It's not as
Oh,
good as
yeah.
the camping one, but I like that one
I
too.
like that one in the context of like, what do you do to actually kill these fuckers? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then and then she actually sends him through a fucking wood chipper, and then he still comes back
Yeah.
at the end.
And in the going
That's
back to
that
that
Friday
one,
the 13th.
the where she fights the ghost,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
she threw out that cigarette and then she gets out to get it. What? Why?
Yeah, well, she went out because she thought that her cigarette was causing the smoke.
Oh,
Because all that smoke was
I
rolling
guess
up,
I
and she
didn't.
jumped out
I
for
guess
that
I
reason.
didn't get that. Like, because I was like, why the fuck did she get out?
Yeah, but then again, she's wearing like this jogging attire.
And then how did
She's
he know
smoking
where?
his cigarette.
How did he know where she lived? He was the one
That
driving
That
home.
wasn't her house though. Remember, at the end, she gets in her car to leave.
Oh, good point.
So it was his house.
Good point.
That, and also, I just thought that like the dialogue with her with her friend on the phone in the car.
Yeah.
It was just more. It was a bunch of like. It was like the dumbest conversation I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It was like I was like, do you not know how to write dialogue or what?
Well, and like, were they into the same show, or did he like tap into her mind? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, because she got really upset
Yeah.
about spoilers about a show called
something.
Magic.
I don't know. It was like
Something
it was like
Mage
a
or
magic
something?
ninja
Yeah.
or
no, it was
something.
like
I don't know.
mage something mage, like it was like Bachelor Mage or something like
Battle of the Mages.
Battle of the Mages.
Yeah.
Battle
Yeah.
It
of
was
the
like and it
Mages.
was like a reality show for
Yeah.
mages or
Yeah, something like that.
which is kind of
like,
funny, but like I was kind of
I really liked the fight scene, and that was about it.
yeah.
What gets me is the guy's like constantly, I have so much to do, and then he just gets there and he turns on.
Yeah,
the TV.
and that I kept thinking that was going to be something explained, right? Like I
Yeah.
kept thinking, okay, that's
What
going
does
to
he have to
explain.
do?
Yeah, like I was like, oh,
I
that's
left
going
my
to be.
toaster on.
Well, I kept thinking, okay, that's going to be like the pivot, right? Like that's going to be something that's going to be explained, and then we're going to understand all of it.
No.
And no, Nothing.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
there's a lot.
nothing.
This is what I hate about the movie is like all these things. Every one of
You
these.
don't get
And
a
I think
resolution or any
what I
context
got
behind of
from-
what's going on.
What I got from most of them was like that, since they're shorts or whatever, they didn't feel like they had to or whatever. But like, I don't agree with that
you
necessarily.
got to keep me interested. I
Yeah.
don't care if it is only
But
a
there,
10-minute
like,
short.
to me, the reason I loved it so much was like the wraparound story, the first story. Like there was so many other pieces of it that I loved, and all of the other nods to other movies. And I guess because you can tell that the people who made it love horror so much, and like
want to constantly throw all the
yeah,
nods
they were
in.
trying to do these things with it that people who are into horror would
Each director had to
appreciate,
have a certain
and
nod to
like
throw
I
in.
really appreciated it. So I mean, like I really liked all of that, and I can get behind it, I guess is what I'm saying. I can get behind exactly what they were trying to do and where they were going with it. I just think that a lot of the shorts were missing the mark.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
But the wraparound story and the main points, or the main and the
more Karen talks about this movie, I think the less I think she actually likes the movie.
No, I
because I
do.
think she's even making it sound like fuck.
Well,
maybe I don't like this movie.
I even made the comment to Jeremiah that when we watched it the second time, I said, when I watched it the second time, I said I realized that I don't really like a lot of the shorts. I just like the wraparound. I like the camping story. I like
the main.
I like all the
story.
nods, and I like the campiness, and I like I love Chad, and I love the whole.
I think
Joe
Chad died
Bob.
too fast.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Chad
Yeah.
to die.
I
I
didn't
was
want him to
so
die.
sad when Chad died.
I was like, I like Chad, man.
I know,
Yeah,
and when
he was
Joe
pretty
Bob
cool.
died, come on, when Jesus, will you please leave?
Will you please leave? What did he say at the end? He said, "You're a moron."
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, you're a moron.
Yeah.
I love that. Joe Bob Briggs the shit, dude.
Oh my god, yes.
You know who the killer was at the end, right? Like who? Plays
I don't
the
know who
killer?
that dude is.
Dustin Rhodes, Gold Dust.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, it is.
I thought he looked familiar. Like he looks kind of familiar. Like I've seen him before somewhere.
Yep.
Wow, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Gold Dust.
And did you guys notice, like, in the lab?
Anybody out there who used to watch wrestling back in the day?
Yeah.
Fucking Gold Dust. He was so weird.
Yeah,
He was so
so
fucking
God.
weird. That's funny.
Funnier shit though.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would still watch it. I'd still recommend it to people because of
I'd recommend it to people just so they can come back and be like, dude,
The
what the fuck?
no the horror people. The horror people who really like horror
Yeah,
stuff. They're gonna like the nods. They're gonna like the wraparound story. They're gonna like some of the aspects of the shorts. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm trying to get across. Is
I
that
guess they did something sort of right because they have a scare package too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you guys watch it.
That
too.
that threw
No,
me off.
Eventually, yes,
No,
I
I
am.
literally when I
Because
got home,
if you guys said you liked it, I wasn't gonna do it.
I
I
started.
loved it.
I
dude.
literally
Yeah, did
started.
It
you?
was so
No,
good.
no.
I started.
Now we're
Scare
gonna
Package
watch it
2.
eventually.
I started. Scare
And I
Package-
didn't like the second one.
I
Fuck
started.
you.
I started the second one.
I'm
I
gonna
realized-
like it just like you.
No, you won't.
I
No, you
realized
won't,
that
I
after I
promise.
started it, I was like, no, this ain't the right one. I had to go back. I was like, oh, Scare Package 1. That's the one.
Yeah. I'm gonna like it just to piss off Karen. You did not. 10 out of 10.
10 out of
bitch.
10.
No,
Yeah.
I promise you, you're
10
not
out of
gonna.
10.
You're gonna hate every minute of watching it.
Oh.
Promise. But did you guys notice in the lab, and like all the research? This was another thing that I really loved. Is like all the research they're doing obviously is about like scary movies and stuff. And they had like all of these different. If you guys pay attention, I guess to like the background stuff. I guess that's another thing I really love, and I guess a lot of people don't pay attention to that stuff. But that's like the meat and potatoes for me.
Yeah.
But like they had all these folders, and like it's about like cell phones not working, and like cars dying, or like that kind of shit. All those tropes that happen in
Yeah.
Yeah, the scary.
in scary
Or the
movies,
part where
and,
they
like,
had her on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And she'd run for like 5 seconds and then fall down.
Yeah.
They're like, interesting.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and the
That's
one girl,
Friday
that
the
one girl's like
13th.
so nice. She's like, "Can I get you a water?" Or, like,
I love that they
They
can
run
see. This is what I'm
faster.
saying is
yeah,
like
you're gonna,
the
he's
end-
gonna catch you.
The end of the movie was good because if they would have had more of that, I would probably would have liked it a lot more.
Mhm.
And because like confusing the you're the slutty girl and you're the final girl, and the slutty girl's like, I'm a virgin, and the final girl was like,
He's like, no, you can't be.
He's like, but you're the virgin, aren't you? He's like, no, I'm not a virgin.
Definitely
How'd you like?
not.
How'd you like the black guy? And he's like, you don't want to go there.
You don't want to follow him.
Yeah, he's like, you don't want to. He's like, you don't want to go there. And he's like, no, I was gonna say, are you British? I think I hear an accent.
Yeah, and then he was like, he goes outside
Yeah,
the door
he's
and he's
like,
like,
you don't want to follow him.
and then he instantly dies.
Yeah, he dies
That
right
axe
away.
you see the axe just floating towards him.
You know? Yeah.
Then the Asian girl takes a bed or no, the treadmill,
Yeah.
cuts her in
Oh,
half,
yeah.
pins her against
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
But then you don't see the killer. You just see her get cut in half.
Yeah.
And there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of things about the movie that's it's not good, but the end, I will say, for what it was, it really it delivered.
But see, you look at it like this, like the wraparound story and the I don't know. I'm just saying, like the wraparound story and all that is like what takes up
most of the movie.
Yeah.
Aside
most of
from the
movie.
few skits or
those
whatever.
few skits are like, I don't know.
10 minutes, not even 10 minutes.
Yeah,
apiece.
so that's
They're
what I'm
not very
saying. Like,
long
I
at
don't
all.
really care that I didn't like a half an hour of the movie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I understand. I can't say.
No,
that,
I get what you're
Yeah,
saying, and I'm
I
not
just
trying to
can't-
change your mind or downplay it. All I'm saying is that for me, the reasons that I liked it was all of those amazing nods. If I were gonna make a movie like this, I would want to throw nods out there to say, thank you, Wes Craven, and
all of these
John
inspirations
Carpenter and all these people that inspired me, and I grew up watching, and I hope that you're seeing this, and you see this nod that I have for you, and I think that they did a good job with that, and that's really what I was getting at.
And the girl, when they come up from the elevator, the girl's running, away from that elevator. And the only thing that popped in my mind was Jack Sparrow with a sprained ankle. The way she was running with her arms flailed out.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that popped in my head.
Well, and when the jock went running out to go after him, I'm like, why?
Yeah,
You had no reason,
straight
like,
up, I'm gonna
he
fight
just-
him.
Like, he's just gonna go fight him. Like, he had no reason to do that.
Yeah.
No reason at all.
wasn't
He
gonna
just
try to
ran out
save
there and
nobody,
decided he was
just-
gonna fight the guy.
Yeah.
No reason at all.
I think he was trying to fight him with his pecs and his abs.
Oh yeah, and I love the Wilhelm scream. Like, he got knocked out. Ah! Oh, and then you guys remember when that Sam guy said about the Goldie Hawn fetish?
No.
Mm-mm.
He was talking to the Asian guy, and he said, "Do you know what a Goldie Hawn is?"
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I found that really funny because obviously when I was looking at all this stuff, I didn't catch it the first time because I didn't know, because I didn't do this kind of research. But the guy's real name is Han, and he's like, "Well, I don't even think your real name is Han," and his real name is Han.
His real name is Han in real life.
Yeah, so that was doubly funny to me this time. Just saying.
She's just saying, guys.
Yeah. And then
Can't get cut. This chair sucks. Eric's over there kicked back like, you gave me the most comfortable chair.
You kind of did. I mean,
I
I'm
did. I
kinda
gave you the most
enjoying
comfortable chair, and I gave her the couch. That couch is comfortable.
I
as
know. I'm very happy with it. I got like a whole desk over here. I've got like
shit. See, I
all this
care about
room.
you guys, man. I
See?
take care of you.
Well, I mean, you like that chair though.
I thought
You
it
like-
looked retro as shit and kind of dumb and cool, and
Just to
now
get
I'm
you a
regretting
pi-
it because it's not comfortable
Get
at
you
all.
a pirate outfit. Just sit in there.
Yeah.
Get the striped pants going on with it.
Right?
Perfect.
Fucking eye patch and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can go with it.
Fit with. Yeah, it fit you right there.
Arr, get me another beer, bitch.
Jesus. Remember we were talking about women empowerment? Now you're pushing women down.
Instead of the bitch, just
No,
say
I didn't push her
wench.
down. I just asked her to get me another beer.
Wench.
Yeah, wench.
Say
Wench is
wench.
much more.
Bar wench.
Yeah.
Give me another beer, wench.
Oh, whenever I get home. Wench, get me another beer. She'd be like, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I bet we come back
At
next
least-
week. He's got a
hey.
black eye.
Hey, can we put a camera there just to see what happens?
Yeah.
We can put it with the podcast.
Yeah. Extra footage. bonus.
I have cameras in my house. So
Premium.
I'll just send it to you guys. This is where she punched me.
And this is what
Premium
happened after you
footage.
guys left. So the last two alive in the movie, this was the thing that kind of
Final
really,
girl on the final board.
yeah, it really bothered me that they didn't know anything about movies or scary movies. Like they're sitting there talking about, like, oh no, that was this movie, and no, that was this movie, and you're sitting there like, oh, you guys.
So the part where he grabbed the stoner dude and like split him in half,
yeah.
that totally took me back to Terrifier.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Terrifier?
Yeah.
I like when he shows up and he's all bald and stuff, and he's like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, and he's all wooden about it. He's, hey.
He's pulling a Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's where because
Yeah.
they're talking about Corey Feldman. He's like, Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
And then they realize he's like, man, I wish I'd have known that before we. He like shaved his head and it's all patchy and shit. But yeah. Anybody got any more notes? Because I'm out.
Let me check
that
'em.
Filled up mine.
Let me check him.
I didn't really have a lot of notes for it, honestly. I just like the wraparound and I like the first one and a few other things.
That part with the 4th of July killer,
Mm-hmm.
and that kid goes, it's okay, I'm pre-med.
Yeah.
That was a good one-liner. I was like,
Oh, but then later his
because that
girlfriend,
matters.
his girlfriend, like
She goes,
when
it's
he,
okay, but he's pre-med.
no, she's like, well, I'm sorry that he died, and then she's like, it's okay. We were only together for 2 weeks, but then she walks away and she's like, he was pre-med. Like
She's about to marry herself a doctor.
yeah.
That's what she's
Yeah.
looking at. I
Oh,
just
and
thought
the
it was a good
music-
line delivery.
I will say the music in that one, I was really impressed with that 4th of July killer. The music in that one sounded really good, like
Right.
Somewhat,
like out of a real slasher film.
Lot better
I just
than
thought
the
it was kind of
others.
weird because she was like ready to like kill the dude. They took off the mask and then he's like, "Are you seriously falling for him right now?"
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
yeah.
like after, and then she waits,
Waits
and then
till
he
he
like
dies.
kills him,
Yep.
and then she's like, "No!" And then she
Huh.
fucking shoots him. I'm like, why didn't you just do it before he killed your friend, you dick?
Yeah.
Like you are the worst final
She was-
girl ever.
She was falling for her brother.
Yeah.
yeah, and then he's like,
Yeah.
"But I'm your brother." I was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, she was just falling for you like
Yeah.
2
And you
minutes
didn't
ago."
say anything? You're
Yeah.
just going to let it happen? You're my sister. You're my sister.
Oh god.
The second one. Now the second one does have its moments, and it has some callbacks to the first one, including that 4th of July killer. I think you would like that because it rounds
Kinda
out.
come back.
Yeah, it finishes up that story for you.
The 4th of July one.
Yeah.
Well, I think yeah, that's it for me.
That's it for you.
Yeah, that's all I
Okay.
got.
So see, it's okay that we went over a little bit.
I
on
did
the other
say
stuff.
that about the dude in the first skit with the blob thing or whatever. He shit his own guts.
Yeah.
I like. Can you please put this goo back over here? Because like when I change back,
I
I'm
want to make
not
sure
sure.
it's all here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this
His
works.
blood got into mine.
Yeah. Oh God, I love it. Were those for me? Yeah, just not in the way that you were thinking. I fucking love
We
that.
really
movie.
didn't cover this movie very long. There's not a lot to cover with it. Though.
No,
like I
and-
said, it was just,
I mean-
so much in such
a short time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he tells Han not to go in that room, and it turns out it's just like a
A
a
surprise.
surprise.
party
Like
room.
So I wanted to mention that like a lot of what happens, a lot of these sets, it's like okay, like the one with the werewolf meeting, the guys meeting or whatever. So it looked like they were like, hey, we need to rent this hall so we can do this skit in this hall. Well, they're like, sorry, the hall's rented out today. You can use the hallway though, and that's where they filmed
the meeting,
Yeah.
which meeting?
the meeting where they're like at the beginning where they're like it's a meeting for like I don't know, it's like dudes
Men's,
talking about
yeah.
like dudes
Oh.
stuff.
How to be a man.
How to be a
kinda
man
yeah.
and this and that.
That was supposed to take place in like the back of a pet shop or something.
That's
Which
kinda
I-
what it looked like.
Yeah, that it was
Like
supposed
back
to be
of
in
a
like the back of a
garage.
pet shop because you're supposed to get the idea that they're dogs.
I didn't get
There
that
was
at
a
all.
there was a lot
I get
of
it because
yeah, there was a
so
lot of
they're
dog.
dogs.
Yeah, there
get
was a
it?
lot of
because they're
dog
men,
talk.
they're dogs.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're werewolves.
Well, I'm saying they were acting like dogs because of the way that they were treating their women or they're supposed to treat their women.
No, you're supposed to get that they're werewolves. Like you're supposed to get.
I
that
understand
they're,
that,
yeah.
but I'm also saying that
I get
rounds out to
yeah,
they're
I guess
also
you
dogs.
could use a double entendre there, but like
Yeah.
yeah, they use a lot of like dog talk, and there's like dog food and dog treats and bones and stuff in there, and like when he's walking up, you see that it's a pet shop, and then he goes around because
To
it
the
says like
back.
goes around go to the back,
Okay.
and
Well, even the movie store kind of looked a little ran down. Like,
well, it's a movie store, and movie stores are dead. That's kind of the point, because Sam's the only customer.
or it's just what they could afford. I'm just saying, Karen.
Yeah.
Did you notice
She
all the
gets
room
butthurt
names?
Too easy.
What?
What? What'd you say?
Did you notice the room names in the lab?
No, I did not.
One of them was room 237.
Okay. Yep. When we go through the trivia, I saw some of them.
It's a Shining reference.
Yeah.
Everybody.
When we go through the trivia, I'm gonna ask you guys which reference they're from.
What?
Which reference the rooms are from.
I mean, we already know about room 237.
Yeah, because you already said it. but-
Well, it's also right here on this poster.
yeah. So you're cheating.
I'm not cheating. I'm cheating because I saw a movie, people.
Yeah.
A movie that she doesn't like.
You said
Right
I chose. I looked at the poster.
It's right there.
He's cheating. That's what I
It's
said.
right there.
He's cheating.
It's not cheating.
You said I looked at the poster.
You gonna do
That's
cover,
cheating.
you gonna do cover his eyes?
No.
It's literally right there.
Room 237 is synonymous with The Shining
As he points at the poster again.
because it's a
Poster.
reference point for The Shining.
I'm just saying, you are cheating.
All right, move on to your fucking trivia, man.
Are we
Oh,
at
wait,
trivia?
yeah, what are we
no,
doing?
we're not at trivia.
We're doing
Reviews.
our reviews. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of.
So-
we just kind of did though. I mean, really. I mean, we didn't give our number, but
Yeah.
we kind of overall told you what we thought about it.
I mean, go nuts, guys. Whoever wants to go first.
Our reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first.
You're
So-
brave.
Huh?
So you're brave.
Yeah. Hopefully she doesn't throw anything at me. She is holding a very heavy
Yeah.
phone.
No, go right
A
ahead.
lot of.
It's even the color of a brick. I'm gonna say that this movie made fuck all of sense. It doesn't have none of the stories really made any sense for me. I can get past the acting and the low budget and all that stuff because, I mean, how do you think directors become directors? They start out doing low budget shit. But I will not. I can't get behind the poor dialogue, and I don't know, just the context of most of the skits are they're not there. I don't even understand what the fuck is going on in half of these. The best part is at the end with whenever what you call a wraparound story, I guess, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Kind of it hits its stride and kind of comes to a conclusion also. I really like that. I think that the whole movie should have been that. And so for that, I will give this movie a 3 out of 10
You're up.
million.
I mean, I kind of agree with Joseph when it comes to the whole context of it. It's just too much and too all over for me to really get into it. That's the best way I could put it. So I mean, I like the funny points, like the funny comical, quips it has in it. It kind of kept me entertained to a point, but I gotta give it like maybe a 4.
Oh, damn. You gave it a 4?
That's about as high as I can go on that.
Karen.
I couldn't get into it too much.
What do you give Scare Package?
Mine's a 7.
A fucking 7?
Yeah, mine's a
Well,
7.
you put our numbers together, then
Yeah, I mean,
it equals it.
Combine us, we're 7 too.
Yeah, you just put me and Joseph together. We're there with you.
What do you think the Rotten Tomato score is?
You're not
for
even going to give us a
critics?
reason why it's a 7?
I already told you all my reasons.
She hates
She
us.
actually, she's being
hates us
really
right
pissy
now.
about this.
Every other movie that is not yours, man, you
I don't-
hate.
It's not that. I didn't like
hey,
this movie.
I've agreed with his. I've agreed. Well,
You've
I've
only been
agreed
on 2 shows.
I've agreed with his, and I I can say I've agreed with
I'm,
many
s-
of
I'm saying it's
many
your
of
it's your guys' opinions.
movies
I'm trying to do the
past.
rest of this.
I've agreed.
It's your
with
guys'
many of
opinions.
your
I'm not.
movies.
I'm just saying.
I just couldn't get into
I gave it
this
a 7. I already told you guys why. I like the wraparound story. I like the first story.
Joseph, I need to
I like
ride
the
home 'cause
end.
She's gonna kill
She's
me
gonna
on the way
fucking.
home.
So I'm
Oh
gonna
my
wreck this
God.
fucking car.
Drive it
How
off
am
a
I-
cliff.
How am I getting? I already told you guys why.
I'm dead. Anyways,
It's like, fuck you
Yeah,
guys.
I
we're going
don't
home.
know what you guys want me to say.
Just tell us to fuck off, okay? That's all we're waiting
Why?
on.
Don't tell me to fuck off. Tell him to fuck off.
Why?
So much anger. I could see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
She's stabbing us with her eyes.
You're a woman. We know what this means, Karen. We'll regret this later.
right.
I'm only gonna get
I'm gonna
angry if
hate
you guys
all
keep
your
saying
movies.
I'm angry.
I'm gonna make you watch Scare Package 2.
No, I only told you that I'm gonna make you watch it if you said you hated this one. So
I don't
that's
hate it.
the 3.
That's
I
not
did.
hate. Hate would be a 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. A negative.
This is just a. I don't really like it that much.
Oh, okay.
It's not a hate.
I just
Hate's a
couldn't
strong
get
word.
into it.
We're still watching the second one,
Fuck.
and I hated
Damn
it. So, well, I didn't hate it. It's probably a 3 from me.
Well, then that's not. See, it's not hate.
That's
not
4
fair.
points less. That's literally a
You're
0
punishing
for
me
me.
for
That's a
something I didn't
negative
even
1 for
do.
him. You know, that's what I
It's
say.
like,
See,
well, I
this
didn't hate it.
So
I
you
gave it
see-
a 3.
So you see, I'm not angry. I have a plan.
That's like I said. If you drop down 4 points, that's a negative 1 for him and a freaking 0 for me.
You see, I'm not angry. I have a plan.
She's gonna kill. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
she's
movie's
gonna
gonna
kill
kill us.
One of these
Yeah.
days, and when you guys least expected, we're watching Scare Package 2. All
I
right.
mean, there are worse movies you could pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
shark movies that Jeremiah has that are bullshit.
Jeremiah made me watch Toxic Avenger. That was bad.
I like Toxic
I
Avenger.
couldn't. No.
It's so bad.
Troll
and
2.
good. Ooh, that'd be a rough one.
That would
But
be.
that's one you could watch.
The Room.
Oh. Yeah, but those are movies you can watch knowing that they're dumb and funny.
Manos.
I've never
The
heard
Hands
I've
of
never
Fate.
heard it of that.
It's dog shit.
it's dog shit.
Yeah, but it's not, I can't even say it's,
It's
good
gold dog
It's-
shit.
No, it's not gold dog shit. It's, just
straight
dog shit.
Oh.
I watched it on Mystery Science Theater 3000, and then we bought it for, I don't even remember, like, I think for what the budget was, which is like $25. And we watched it without the Mystery Science Theater guys. I don't recommend that.
And you
It's probably better
paid
with the
for
Mystery
it.
Science
It's
Theater
way
guys.
better with the.
well, at least they have some comical with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually
mean,
picking fun at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like with just me and Jeremiah watching it, like it's still funny because we're poking fun, but it's rough. So
Yeah.
keep it up. We'll watch Manos. I own it.
I'll make you watch.
I can't believe you watched it again.
Like,
why would you watch it
I'm a
again?
glutton for
Like, maybe it's
punishment.
better without the Mystery Science Theater guys. No, it's probably
No, I
worse.
knew it was
Yeah.
gonna be worse. And then when we watched the sequels, there's
Throw-
like 2 sequels.
Throw Karen for a
You
loop.
should watch them.
We did.
I think you are a glutton for punishment. Dude.
Um,
I think you like to torture
No,
yourself.
I really like to watch bad movies.
Well, here you
Just
go.
to watch bad movies and
Huh.
say I did.
You want to punish her. You know how she is about how she has to watch everything up to leading to that movie, right?
Mhm.
So we'll just pick one of the Marvel movies.
I'm not a
the
no.
Marvel
I'm not a
movies that she has to
completionist.
watch
No, I'm not.
all of them
I'm not a
to get
completionist.
the
We've talked about
story.
this. I'm not a completionist. We've talked about this. Ask
I
Joseph.
am though.
Yeah,
I am a
you'll torture him. You won't torture me.
Oh,
I've
we
literally-
nonstop.
I've
seen all the Marvel
Yeah,
movies.
yeah,
I've-
yeah, he's good on that.
I've
aspect.
literally given up. I've literally given up Saw. I'm done with Scream.
Seen them all.
Yeah,
Seen them all.
Saw. I gave up after like 4.
I've seen all the Saws.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like I've given up Saw. I stopped with Scream. Like throw something at me. I probably stopped watching it.
Well, see,
I'm not a completionist.
Transformers?
Yeah, I probably watched the first 2.
I'm not. I can't
I'm
say
not-
I'm a completionist, but if I'm going to watch something, I have to at least watch the other ones before I watch that one. The ones that lead up to.
See,
it.
that's
You know
what
what I
drives
mean?
me
depends.
nuts too. Is like there's been movies that I'm like, I want to watch this movie, but we should probably watch the first one first.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
whenever we watched Mad Max
I wanna
Fury
know
Road,
what's
I was
going
conflicted.
on.
I was like, should I watch the other Mad Maxes first?
Yeah.
So
If they're not like related necessarily, like if I don't like, I guess Mad Max didn't bother me so much because it's not
It's not
Mel
fully
Gibson.
Yeah.
so like I don't. I mean, I know it's the same.
yeah, you don't
I know
really.
it's
more
the same
to it,
match.
but
It's
not-
easier to disconnect it.
Yeah, it's easier for me to disconnect that, but like I guess if I mean obviously like I have to watch something if they're connected somehow. Like when we watched Batman Returns, I had to watch the first Batman before I watched
I did
Batman
too.
Returns.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
you know, that's a little different, I feel like. But yeah. I'm not a completionist, so I can turn it off and turn it on.
Yeah.
It don't bother me. But we probably should finish the scare package 1 and 2.
I fucking hate you.
I know.
Your face
I know.
pisses
Fucking
me off
hate you.
sometimes.
See, that's why I'm not angry.
Yeah.
What, that we
I'm
hate you, or-
no,
She's just
I'm not
spiteful.
I'm
not
not
angry,
angry.
spiteful.
She
No.
said, "No, I'm not angry. I'm just gonna fuck you guys up."
Pretty much. That's just how it's gonna
Oh,
be.
fuck your minds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Our
I'm not
minds
mad
are
at
gonna
all.
melt during this movie.
I'm not mad at all. So what do you guys think the critics gave it?
Oh, I'm going low. I'm going to say 20%.
I don't think it's that low.
Oh,
I know
I'm
it's gonna
going
be low though. Karen, I'll fucking do you one, dude, and I'll give it a 40%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're close.
closer.
Closer.
What is-
81.
Oh, you
81%?
fucking kidding me?
You guys are idiots. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This movie
You're
did so
fucking
well.
with me.
No. What do you think the audience gave it?
Oh, I'm going low with it still with the audience. I'm still going fucking 35.
I don't know. After hearing the fucking critics review, I'm like, did I miss something here? I'll give it. I'm gonna go even Steven and go 50.
You're closer. 81.
Is it
Both
really?
I'm not making it up.
81%.
Oh my god, dude!
This movie did good, I'm telling you.
I don't know why.
Critics'
How?
consensus, some of its contents are more entertaining than others, which I agree with. But genre fans should still find this scare package well worth opening.
They bought reviews.
Had to. They saved their budget for the movie just so they could buy the critics.
Just buy the critic reviews. Yep.
I'm trying to find bad ones. Hold on.
I'll give you $25 to give us a good review. That's how much we
Ugh.
spent on this movie.
I mean, they did have good, props and all that, but just I couldn't get over some of the aspects of it.
81%. That's ridiculous.
This is like the best for the critics. When a movie's primary goal is to demonstrate that it's smarter than the genre's run-of-the-mill comparison with others of its type is unavoidable. Whatever that means.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sometimes they say shit that I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
I need to sound smart.
I don't. There's no audience reviews though.
Of course there
Yeah,
isn't.
yeah.
Because they don't exist.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
looking
your
for more.
81%.
I'm just-
81% from one person
Right.
who gave it, 4
Who's
out of
the
5
one
stars.
person?
I showed it to you guys. I didn't make it up.
They're just going off the critic reviews. That's why there's no
Yeah.
reviews.
It says 100 plus rate. Oh, there they are. There they are. I found them.
We weren't worried.
You looked worried.
You didn't even look at me.
This is a 2-star. I've come to the conclusion I'm just not a fan of these multiple movie horror anthologies. So why are you watching them?
I'm not much of a fan of them either. Like, I am in some cases, but
My expectations were very high for Scare Package, as critics have it in the 80s for positive reviews. Maybe I'm missing the joke. This must have been you. As I found all the setups to be uninspired.
I told you she's pissed at me, man.
No, I told you I'm
You're
not.
the one guy right home with her.
Maybe I'm missing the joke, as I found all the setups to be uninspired and the filmmaking styles and plot choices very first-year film student. To me, it failed even as a dark comedy or horror satire, as the filmmakers seem to be mocking the genre instead of crafting a loving homage to genre as Scream did. I kind of disagree with that. Just the crafting a loving homage, because I think they did very well.
I was gonna say,
at
I don't
that.
know why they're comparing it to another movie anyway. Like, I don't know why you would do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's not trying to be Scream. It's trying to
No,
do,
it's just being it's trying to
it's trying
you
to
know,
be its own thing.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, what I'm trying to say, like, the thing that I really loved about it is that you can tell that these people who made it genuinely like horror, and were trying to make a movie showing that they like horror. Like, hey, we grew up watching your shit. I hope you like ours.
Right.
You know, story was written poorly. Really couldn't even follow where the willingness not to follow or to follow. Honestly, would say watch it if you have nothing.
Wow, this guy's writing in riddles and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what to
We've
say.
got the Riddler.
Sure. That's really like all of the bad ones. So I don't really have the rest of them are like 4s and 5s. So sorry.
The rest of them are 4s and 5s. Fuckwads.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint. There, well, and you know the 1s and 2s weren't very good. They were kind of written badly.
Yeah, for real. Kind of like
I mean,
this
like
movie.
I couldn't really understand that last one at all.
Yeah, he was like writing and it was like he was trying to. I'm a poet, didn't know it.
Yeah, like dude, okay, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
whenever
try
you-
full sentences.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe try to write it before next time. Maybe before you snort that line of cocaine. I do not is like this awesome,
do not
fun,
is.
stupid movie.
This.
Oh
no,
God, another bump.
This no for never. The end.
Like my quick notes for the movie. Okay, I know what it's going to, so I can go with it.
Right.
But it's a quick note.
You ever seen that? You've seen The Office, where Kevin's like, "Why use many word when few word do trick?"
It reminds me of how Charlie writes in It's Always
Yeah.
Sunny.
Yeah, except he can't read and write, so he just
He
uses
just
symbols.
he scribbles or draws pictures.
Yeah, yeah. What's this? So that brings us to trivia, which there is not much of. Obviously a lot of this stuff you guys probably either caught or we've talked about. You talked about the jock being dressed like Glenn
Johnny Depp's character
in Nightmare on Elm Street. The neon sign on Rad Chad's Horror Emporium is a near direct replica of the Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, the sign that he
yeah.
had. Jeremiah noticed that right away. I didn't notice.
I didn't either.
I was like, when he said it, I'm like, huh, it really? Yep, it is. The Greek letters on the Devil's Lake Impaler sweater are Delta, Epsilon, Alpha, and Theta, which spells death. Joe Bob ad-libbed most of his lines, because of course he did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's probably easier for him to say.
Right.
Yeah.
You moron.
You moron. He's like, oh, you're gonna be okay. Get away from me.
Oh, I'm trying to think of the guy from
Over 40 gallons of fake blood was used in the film. And the director actually tweeted that the piranhas that they used in the movie, they died before shooting began. So the ones that they were the same piranhas.
I would say the one looked like it was very fake.
But they were being puppeteered with string by 2 crew members during the shoot. And when the stoner character,
So wait, they were dead, but they were still
they
using
were
them.
dead, but they used them anyway.
God, that's hilarious, dude.
Sam Elliott.
I take it back.
Yeah,
I'll give it a
Sam
3.5
Elliott,
for that reason. A 3.5. I'll give it that.
What?
He went up a half.
Well, because of the piranhas. That shit's fucking great.
Yeah. No, if they would have had Sam Elliott play guy the dad.
No, they can't. That's Joe
I
Bob.
know. I'm just.
That's
saying.
the whole point. Joe Bob.
Joe Bob.
Joe Bob has to play
Briggs,
Joe
man.
Bob.
Last drive.
Do you know who Joe Bob
I know
is?
who Joe Bob is.
Okay,
Like, don't insult my intelligence.
I will.
You guys
Uh,
are brother and sister. Duke it out all you want.
when
We
this
duked it out.
well,
Just
buddies.
don't punch me.
listen, We'll talk about Joe Bob if you don't know who Joe Bob
I know
is.
who Joe Bob is.
We will fight.
He's called
When-
him Jew Bob.
No, I said Joe Bob.
I know who Jew Bob is.
Well, first of all, when the stoner character is introduced, the clock behind him reads 4:20, and the sounds of the tracking device when they're in the lab records room are the same as the tracking device used in Aliens. I didn't notice that.
I didn't either. That's pretty cool though.
So all of the rooms on the map are the Cenobite Cafe. That's
Son of
obvious.
bites.
Last records room on the left.
Last house on the left.
There you go.
Mhm.
Server room 237.
Obviously.
Outpost 31.
Is it from 31, the Rob Zombie
No,
movie,
is it
or
the hotel room?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Oh, Joseph.
is it The Thing?
There you go.
Is it because of the Outpost?
Yeah.
Outpost. Yeah. Okay.
VHS archives.
Huh? Oh, from VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delta 88 something. I can't read my handwriting.
Delta 88. What?
I can't read my handwriting, so I don't know what room it was.
Give it here. I could probably read that.
No, you can't. I
You-
promise you.
You have not seen my handwriting,
I have seen your handwriting.
and I still can't read
Delta.
that.
You said Delta 88. Is it Predator?
You can't because you'll see the answer too.
Is it Predator?
Oh, come on.
Is it a reference to a year or?
No, sir. It's a car.
Oh. Is it the?
It's a
Is it
car.
from fucking Christine?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Oh, because of the.
The car. The Delta.
Is it a Delta 88?
Yeah.
I
Oh.
can never remember what fucking car that is.
And Herbert West Lab.
Herbert West Lab.
West?
Eric, I don't think you're gonna get this.
Like just like West. No, it wouldn't be
Herbert West Lab.
West, like
West. Yeah. I don't think I know that one.
That is Reanimator.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yes, I don't know that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I've watched. I think I've seen all of the Reanimators. Brad Reanimator, all of them.
Brighter Reanimator.
Yeah, that one kicks ass. So next week, we're changing it up a little bit, and we aren't doing picks anymore because I think Joseph doesn't want to watch Scare Package 2, but I'm gonna get him eventually.
One of these days, I'm gonna be like, all right, you can pick a movie. She's like, Scare Package 2. Fuck.
He's gonna forget.
Her first.
He's gonna forget.
I will
eventually.
forget, and she's gonna throw it in my face like a dick. Not like a literal dick, but I mean like, bam, dick.
You're a big,
You know
fucking
what? I'm
dildo.
gonna skip. I should like sneak like one of those like big rubbery ones
Oh,
up here.
my God.
Sneak it up here one of these days. Just throw it.
No,
at
what you do is you get a print out a bunch of dicks on paper, cut them all out, and just randomly throw them. Throw them at people. Throwing a dick at you.
There's a funny story with not with those, but when I was at work, back when we had to wear those face shields and all that for COVID, we had a hot dog thing.
Sorry.
The guys grabbed a hot dog and literally yelled my name. I turned around and you seen him chuck, like I seen him chuck and smack my damn face shield. Fucking greasy slime with a hot dog imprint.
Oh.
Face shield. I was like,
Fucking
you fucking
gross,
dicks.
Hot dogs really are
like I can literally see it, like
especially
slime
like
fall
cold,
down.
wet hot dogs
Yeah.
are the nastiest fucking thing, dude. They
Could you
smell
imagine?
terrible.
Yeah. Asshole.
Slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you literally see it just like slowly.
It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre noise. So dumb.
Oh god. So
We're not mature.
no,
definitely
I,
not.
and I think
Sure.
it gets worse as I age.
It probably does.
I'm telling you.
My kids even look at me anymore like, "What is wrong with you, Dad?"
I'm telling you, like I think I get worse and worse as I age, maturity wise. So there is a chest in front of us.
Chest of goodies.
It's the booty. The booty.
I'm gonna Vanna White the shit out of it.
And
I don't know what that means.
so whoever's pick it would be, so this week it would be Eric's, gets to pick out of the chest, and This week, I think we're just announcing what it's gonna be, and then
That's just what we're gonna do.
yeah. But like next week, we're gonna do something fun with it, right? Or
Well, a little
are we doing
different
that
to
this
it.
week? Because we've got still 20 minutes here.
I mean, he can play the
can-
game with it if he wants, but I know all the movies on the list.
Well, what we're saying is like she can, for the game we're going to play next week. she
Yeah, do you
can-
want to start that this
She
week?
can
We
start
could.
that with this movie.
no,
this
because
week.
it's not a game
No, I'm saying we could start it this week though.
with this movie.
We got 15
with this
minutes.
movie.
With the movie we just reviewed.
Yeah.
No, this movie that we're gonna.
No.
No,
I want to
it's-
do
it's-
that with the movie
Oh,
that we reviewed.
that
okay.
day.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, anyway,
I think it'll be fun, more fun. We could do that with this movie, with Scare Package, if you want. I just don't think it would be as fun because it's an anthology and there's so many,
So
Yeah.
many things going on.
and it's an
in play.
anthology. So who
Or
who do you rewrite?
well, and you can't pick anybody else
Which-
to
which
play Joe
skit?
Bob, but Joe Bob,
Yeah, unless it's Bruce.
not
Bruce,
Sam
no,
Elliott.
Bruce Campbell to play
No.
Joe Bob.
No, I'm just saying Sam Elliott plays Sam Elliott.
Bruce Campbell plays Joe Bob.
No, I don't think you can pick
And you
anybody
play-
else.
Huh?
I don't think
You
Bruce
play-
Campbell
And then
would
I
do it.
play Chad. I
Yeah,
want to
you
be
play
Chad because Bruce Campbell's.
I
my
don't
dad.
think that Bruce Campbell would do it. I think that would be like a mutual respect thing between the two of them. Neither
Yeah.
one of them would.
unless they one of them
Unless
like
Joe
they
Bob
Like
approve
they
couldn't
it.
agreed
do
to
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
And then maybe what if they just come in and parody each other?
Oh, that would be
Yeah,
fun.
that'd be
Oh, what if
funny.
it was like a meta thing? You know, like Joe Bob was on the set, and then like Bruce Campbell shows up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm your biggest fan,
Yeah,
and I'm here to play you or whatever." And
Yeah.
Joe Bob's like, "Get the fuck out of my face," you know,
you're a moron.
You're a
you.
moron.
I don't think Bruce Campbell would take a role like that just because
No,
he wouldn't
no,
let himself be demeaned by
no.
anybody.
But we're
No.
because
but
he's
we're
such a prick.
no, but we're in Playland right now.
Yeah,
That's
true.
where we're at.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think-
that's the whole point of the new game.
Okay, but I wanna be
Play
Chad.
Land
You want to play?
I'm casting myself as Chad.
cast.
We're allowed to cast ourselves in these?
No, not normally, but in this case, I am. If Bruce Campbell's going to play Joe Bob.
He said no, not normally, but he's doing it for the first fucking one.
Yeah, that's true.
What a dick.
Sorry, man. I said, well, you put Bruce Campbell in there. I want him to be my daddy.
That's fine, but I mean, I'm gonna cast myself if I want to. Then, dick.
Fine, Karen. Cast yourself.
I'm not in this one.
I'm not in this one because I don't want to die.
No, I don't want to die.
Are you the final girl? that
Everybody
was-
fucking
that was
dies.
betrayed?
No,
No, she's the one who gets bit by the blob.
Yeah, probably. It's my fucking
She
luck.
turns into a blob with him.
I'd
They're
be
on my
Mike.
side of the blob.
I'd be Mike.
You be Mike.
I'd be Mike.
No, I wouldn't be in the movie.
You'd be the cop that always shoots him in the shoulder.
I
Oh,
want
I
to be.
would be so pissed about that too, because I'm a good shot.
I'm always in the shoulder.
I'm always center mass,
Center
mass,
mass.
and I fucking get him in the shoulder every
Sights
time.
are off.
Yeah, yeah.
I blame it on the gun every time.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
All right. Well, do you guys want to pick this movie?
Go nuts, Eric.
Yes, too.
Come on, Eric. Open her up. Make sure you're talking to the mic whenever you say what movie you get.
Oh, they're already folded, so I don't really have to shuffle.
God, I hope it's not a movie that sucks.
Oh, I hope so. Just to piss
I'm telling you
off.
what, there's a couple on that list I do not want to watch, but I
Oh.
will.
Okay. So next week we are going to review The Matrix.
The Matrix,
Okay.
people.
I've seen it 1,000
It's got
times.
Keanu- everybody's seen it 1,000
I mean,
times.
who hasn't?
Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm not lying. It's right there in black and white.
That's not what I read.
Yeah, right there.
That's
not
not what
what-
it says.
that's not what
Doesn't
it
say The
says.
Matrix. It says Scare,
Scare Package 2.
Yeah, Scare Package 2. I know. So
All right.
The Matrix next week.
So
I
The
will
Matrix.
be, hosting that, I guess.
Yeah, you will. You'll be fine. See,
gonna fuck
there's
you
all
up.
your
It'll
there's all
fuck
your
you up
notes.
if one of these days you pull out Scare Package 2. Like, what?
What I should. Put
I throw it in there
She-
just
she
to
would-
spite you. Like,
she would
fuck
know.
you. I watch it on my fucking terms.
I decide when I watch it.
Oh shit.
He's gonna do it now.
Oh, I
probably
it's,
will,
It's
honestly.
fine.
It's
Totally
in there
fine.
now. It's in the mix.
That's fine.
Ah,
All right. So next week it is The Matrix. And I think that's pretty much it, right? Anybody got anything else?
Eric will be hosting next week.
Yeah.
His
his
first time.
First time.
He's
hosting.
excited.
I'll try.
He's so excited he's got a heart on.
Yeah, you can't
God.
see it, so we know it's there.
It's
It's
there.
there.
Oh.
I can feel it. I can sense it. I sense it.
Gross.
He sense
I sense it. I sense
smells
the
it.
hardness.
He smells it.
I smell it.
That's so gross.
Smells like Fremunda cheese.
You guys, I'm like between you two. That's disgusting.
Can you cut it with a butter knife?
That's
Uh,
disgusting.
The sexual tension, or the Fremunda
You need me to
cheese?
leave?
Huh?
Do you need me to leave?
No, because you won't want to come back. Everything will be sticky.
No, I will
Oh.
just go out to my car and wait.
Everything will be sticky.
Lord.
All
Okay,
right.
well, I think that's enough.
That's enough of
this
that.
one.
Let's close this shit out.
So thanks for coming to the show, and it's nice for you guys to see us. I suppose. And that's it this week, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.
Bye.